Okay, we're back. It's like we're starting to. We had really shitty weather with like 100-kilometer-an-hour winds for like 4 straight days, and it's warm out again, which is nice. Except for that, it makes this fucking office hotter than hell. You'll have to check it out. Feels like, yeah. I mean, if you like Civ, definitely, definitely check out Civ 6. I ended up not liking it as much as Civ 5, but I don't know if that was because, like, me and my buddy kind of stopped playing it together. He started playing a lot of Left 4 Dead again, and I don't really play that stuff very often. For Beyond Earth. Just doesn't feel good to play. You see, I never tried Beyond Earth, and me and my buddy were kind of talking about it, and he was like, don't bother. It's not as good. So I just never did. Yeah, so we're having, like, we had an unseasonably warm May, and June's been pretty good too. Like, the May was the warmest it's been in the last 30 years. But for like 3 days, we had 100-kilometer winds. I live in Alberta. It's not terribly uncommon for that to happen. But when it's hot out, we don't have air conditioning because it's still kind of a luxury where we live. And this little room with 2 big computers in it and like bad air circulation, it just gets really hot in here. Do we want refined objects for fire poles? You can never really go wrong with a fire pole. Or do we do agriculture? Fossil fuels we don't really need yet. I like to rush the research tree. And then at some point it doesn't really matter what I research. Yeah, $9, you can't really pass it up, right? Especially if you know you like the other ones. And there's a chance that it'll be as good. Organic, refined metal, seed, critter eggs. Actually, do we want to start critter eggs? Ah, screw it. Do it. Copy settings. I can't remember the last time I bought a physical copy of a game, though. It's been a while. Oh my god, are we at the oil biome already? Shit. Oh, and that's not great that there's no... Why is the abyssalite broken? Oh, because it's an oil reservoir. I guess we've gone kind of far up and down. Okay, now we got our smart battery. We can get rid of this battery. And this smart battery will then stop us from going through so much coal. We can kick on at 25%. Yeah, $9. Can't really... Like I said, it cost us $50 to go to the movies the other night. So if it gives you even 2.5 hours of entertainment, just a total win right there. Research complete. Critter drop off. Yeah. 28,000. We're food positive. What do we want? If I take another duplicate right now, what do we want him to be? First of all, Frankie. He needs to be a better miner. Art student almost done. Sous chef. Who's the highest stress? Like somebody's 83% stress. Yeah, that's not entirely surprising. But you're like, you have good decor. Why are you so stressed? Oh, it's the food. The food's a problem. Frank, get it together, Frankie. Oh, dupes. If you watch enough Oxygen Not Included, you'll see, like, all of a sudden it'll be like suffocating and entombed, and a dupe will have built their head into a block. Lindsay. It's Lindsay that's the problem. Our researcher. She's a problem. That's the closest one, eh? So far. We gotta go to the side still. But if we're gonna take a dupe, what are we gonna take? We need somebody to operate things. We can't really give up Ari as a farmhand now. I did have other plans for him, but we're gonna do something else instead. And an architect. An architect wouldn't be bad either. Okay, what do you got for me? 4 construction, 5 athletics. That's not bad at all. This game is insane. It is insane. It is a reasonable way to spend $30, I think. Like I said, I've already played 500 hours of it. So, I mean, it's still early access, so you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, like, upgrades and patches every 6 weeks. Yeah, 5 athletics, 4 construction. We're doing it. Marie, come join us. And then we're actually gonna have an architect. That's a good thing. And then priorities. Marie, you are going to also find digging very important. I like to do this. Because it'll be like, why isn't something getting dug out? And it's because somebody needs to come along and build a ladder so that they can reach. And because they don't find, like, building important, then they don't do it. And it's dumb. This is a really, so this is not really, I don't really want to use this ice biome for this. So, we're going to continue to do a thing. Yeah, right? And I know. We're going to have to be, it's my researcher, though. Which is always, it's always the friggin' researcher now. I didn't bother to check what her stress response is. That's probably the thing that I should do. What is... No, wait. Oh, it's Lindsay! You know what? It's because she's one of our max diggers, and I'm putting them to work in, like, a hot biome. And, stuff. It's not my fault we ran out of coal really fast. Oh, she's an ugly crier. That's fine. Okay. That impulse buy range you were talking about. Yeah, yeah. It's totally worth 25 bucks though. Totally, absolutely worth 25 bucks. So we're gonna do one of shit. They changed mechanized airlocks, so you actually have to mechanize them, which makes sense. So we're gonna build a sort of effective airlock. Because these move about as fast as the old mechanized airlocks. You're welcome. I'm always happy to help people spend money, Tin Man. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the raid. That was super awesome. And we'll catch you next time. You know what? I actually don't have a problem with water locks, and you're making a pretty good point right now. I don't know why I'm not building one. I don't ever do the water lock that's like, where you just have the water, like the little bit of water on the square and the square. For a couple reasons. One, I usually screw it up and like stop paying attention to what they're doing and they put too much water in it. And 2, because I feel like it's kind of a cheat and I just prefer not to do that. But yeah, we're gonna do one of these. Good point. I don't mind water locks. It's just that the sideways doors, they work pretty okay. Okay, we're gonna have to add a... We also need to do, like, a door right here. We don't need to oxygenate everything. Although, because I think, like, now that they changed the mechanized airlocks to need power, I think the manual airlocks move about as fast as the mechanized airlocks did without power before, because, like, it takes the thing on the side time to come down, but they snap shut pretty quick. So they still work okay. Pretty cheap and effective way to do it, I think. An oil reservoir. That's a thing that we'll deal with later. Job's mastered. Max has mastered the courier job. Do we have somebody else to trade out for courier? Who else would be good at cooking? Nisbet? No. Oops, wrong button. K-Max, you're gonna be multi-talented here. And maybe we'll work on him for mechatronics engineer or something. What do we want to do? Let's do advanced power regulation. Ooh, 99% stress. Shit. We should do something about that. Where's a nice, like... Yeah, it's nice for the bonuses, and I don't know about you, but I've learned my lesson the hard way and lost my only tenured scientist before I had managed to analyze any of the geysers I'd found. And then it happened, like so I started training another dupe. It happened again. That same dupe died, and he was like my scientist, my artist, and was like working on being super awesome at somebody else, and he kept dying, and I pretty much learned my lesson the hard way in that one. This is a bedroom, but we need to do something about all the crap on the ground. I usually like to have lots of couriers and diggers. We need to break into like this biome. So this thing's super close and super awesome, but also super hot. So we're gonna make this a like do next project. Yeah, I haven't considered just making everybody gophers first. It's actually not a bad idea. I usually go for a researcher who also has at least some creativity, and then double them up on those two things, because I like to power through research, so I don't let them do much else. And then art only has to be done like some of the time, so they can get their first research thing and then do art. And then I like to start off with like diggers, but I also just, in the priorities, I make my diggers find building important. And that seems to help. And then we do need to change Max. Where are you? Yeah, you still need to find supply. Really important. But this tidy can come down. Bubbles. Yeah. Sous chef. You're gonna find this important again. Time is it here? How long have we been live? 12:15. Please tell I mean, this is gonna be a friggin' ice biome. Oh, thank God. So, dig that. Make this water. I want to get in here and get this thing analyzed as well, but oh no, our plants. Oh, no, 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 don't uproot all of that. Just dig those out. Plant some more mealwood. And I personally have started just letting them eat mealwood raw. I don't want to use my water to make lice loaf. And, pickle meal is not worth it. All it takes is dupe time, power, and causes heat. Let's do agriculture. Do this next. So we're gonna come through here. We're gonna use this as some like slime storage. Although I really should get a proper bathroom done. So this needs to be insulated a bit light. Yeah. And then that. Whoops. I fucking hate that. You can't just overwrite plans. If I'm trying to draw a friggin' building over it, then that means I want you to build something over it. That can be that. That can be that. That can be that. And then we're gonna build showers this time. Like I don't know. They're kind of a waste of time. And it's really, I find it really ironic that showers, in order to fix the fact that they're totally useless, because grimy is a debuff that does nothing, they fix sopping wet and soggy feet. I feel like that's not quite how showers work. They make you more wet. Build these things. So we're gonna go. That's not what I want. I need plumbing. Lavatory. 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 Was this gonna be too big? It is gonna be too big. Shit. Just kidding. Because I think this usually has to be. How do I usually build this? You'd think that I would know by now. Because I've built this exact same bathroom 50,000 times. Because I really like to restart bases. There we go. Get rid of. Oh, and that's the thing that I need to change. I don't like it when that deconstructs all. Because sure as shit, I'll accidentally disconnect the power or something. Okay. Research. What should we do now? We're really at that point where it doesn't matter. So I think we're gonna go like this and just start going down the tree. dupes already. Before we can even take another one, we're gonna need another bedroom. Now this needs to be water. Enable auto bottling. Do that. I'm going to have to move that down soon too. I want to build another bedroom. I don't think I'm going to take another dupe yet, but I know at one point I will. So we're going to plan for another bedroom here. And do... furniture, cot, granite, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Airflow towel. Oops. Like so. And then we'll have room for 8 more duplicates. Okay. Now, where in the hell are we going to put the water stuff for this? I do kind of have access to 2 Weezwards, like, right now. So I could just put it in the base. Easily. Like this. Take that up. Like this. Take that up. Yeah, do that. Job's mastered. Ari has mastered the farmhand job. That is good. Think of all this shit. I feel like that means we need to look at priorities again. Do we want to work on ranching first? Probably should. Because now that's a thing that you need to actually be doing. Priorities. Supply. Operate. Let's bring this down. And try that. Let's see if she spends more time tidying. So then I have to think about this piping. So the water sieve fit. It can fit right there. Why are we still running on this thing? Disable that building. Don't do that. We're not gonna deconstruct it. Because we learned our lesson already about that. Okay, so this will go here. I hope we have some abyssalate because these are going to need to be insulated abyssalate. Oh, hey, I wonder if they changed a thing in the patch notes. Nope. I would really like to be able to overwrite walls with doors. Research complete. Awesome. That's done. Oops. Wrong button. Research. So now we're just gonna go all the way to valve miniaturization. Eggshell to lime. Continuous. There's not enough for that. Plumbing. Insulated. Abyss light. So. This. Needs to go like this. Nope, that's wrong. Deconstruct that and we'll just flip it around. Ugh, fuck. Short on abyss light already. And these have to be insulated abyss light because it starts to eat up the whole friggin' base if it's not. More abyssalite. I hate it when geysers and shit break abyss lake because this biome is always already friggin' hot. Well, I guess for more abyssalite, we will continue the trek that we were going on. We've already gone like way farther than I thought we would have in the first 36 cycles. Which, speaking of, have we discovered anything else cool? Yeah, oil fissure. Or whatever it's called, oil reservoir. Oh, hey, we dug this out. What is this? Leaky oil fissure. Not obsidian. I have never had a leaky oil fissure before. Crude oil at 312 grams a second at 326 degrees Celsius. Eruption period 600 seconds for every 600 seconds? Is that how they all are? Interesting. I've never had one before. It's definitely a project for later though. Haven't really gone much further that way. Oh, but there's another ice biome. See, as usual, I let them put too much water in it, which is fine. So we're going to deodorizer. Deodorizer. Can we mop this? Oh, too much liquid. That's fine. Oh no, we're running out of food. We're gonna have to make some more. Benzene acid miner job. That's good. Natural gas generator. That's good. So I guess we'll queue up some more of these. And do that. I need more abyss light badly. Oh, there's our natural gas geyser. 399 grams a second. 278 seconds every 609 seconds. We'll have to see. The important part is the active period. The active period can really screw you. And nothing over here so far. Are we gonna have to put Yeah, we should probably put a thing in here. Little algae terrarium. And then we're gonna make ourselves some slime storage. Like this. And then wait, I feel like I learned that I'm gonna need a ladder. Actually, maybe not if I do it like this. Job's mastered. Marie has mastered the apprentice architect job. Well, we shall do something about that. Do that. Jobs. Okay. Sous chef, yeah, you can stay. Nisbet, you're gonna go back to being scientist. Marie, we're gonna do that. Lindsay, you're gonna stay. We don't really need to up your potential for stress right now. Especially because nobody will sweep up this fucking place. Priorities. This is all fine. This is all fine. There we go. Cue some of those up. Oh! It's one of these fancy room things. Oh, and our squishy's down here. Well, one of them is down here. And it's the good one that's got, like, no rooms around it. Well, that's pretty cool. At least it's close. My squishies are usually very far off. You sucked it up and got up and said, good for you. I mean, being up really sucks. I feel your pain. It's really hard to go for a nap, like, right away. I find. Let's mop up some water so we stop getting soggy feet. So we don't want that to happen. This is good. This is good that it's close to the base and close to like the oil reservoir and stuff. Maybe we'll actually get to make some plastic. How much bristleberries do we have? Bristleberry? Continue with. Make some of those. These need to be like a 7. How'd your stream go yesterday, Neon? Food shortage? Yeah, I know we have a food shortage. Thank you. I am from Alberta, Canada. Most of the time, I have quite the accent, apparently. So when I travel, like as soon as I open my mouth, people are like, "Oh, so you're Canadian." Unpermitted food. Yeah, I know. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna need a ladder so they can at least build part of this. Or they're not going to be able to reach. Which I find 3 of these is like usually enough anyway. I would really like to get on this bathroom though. On this. I would really like to get them on a lot of things. My English was good. I hope it's good. It's my native language, so I hope it's good. Oh, you would have get cool. I normally I am apparently immediately apparent that I am Canadian, but maybe my husband's rubbing off on me because he is from the States. Solstice Shard, thanks for the raid. All of the raids tonight. It's awesome. I love it. Thanks for the raid. Super appreciate it. 9 average viewers. That's pretty good. I like it. That's good. It's always nice. I don't mind streaming for nobody, but it's also nice to stream for people. Unpermitted food. Yeah, so like make mush bars a real thing. Make the gristleberry. Do it quickly. The way they have these like micro mushroom and grill queues set up kind of sucks because you can't queue up multiple recipes. Like if I queue up this and then another recipe, it won't like make mush fry until it's out of ingredients and then move on to the next one. It'll just stop making shit and then all of a sudden you'll be out of food. And it's great when all of a sudden everybody's starving. Well, that's why you can't reach this, because you need to dig this out to do that. So I feel like I want to make sure we get the bathroom up and running before I call the stream for the day. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. We're gonna keep digging out abyssalite and make it annoying because I need lots of abyssalite. And gold biome right there. We find anything else cool or geysers that are potentially really useful? Nope, but that's cold biome. It's either going to be part of this one and it's going to be huge, or it's going to be another small one. I bet you we're actually kind of near the surface. Yeah, probably. That's a job for another day, though. Surface is like end game for realsies. You need to build a ridiculous amount of crap to be able to deal with the surface. Okay. And then we're also going to need a bottle emptier. They can breathe. So that's good. Sort of. Just enough. Stress is down to 38% though. I like it. Where does this stop at? 50. No. No, no, no. You guys can work harder than that. 85% stress to like 40. There we go. Insufficient oxygen generation. It's fine. Look at all this oxygen. It's me. Actually, that's a thing that I need to do now that I think about it. We need to throw some automation on here, even though we have lots of algae. Automation is super cool. You can do some really cool things with automation in this game, but I find the most useful things are the simplest things. Like smart batteries, so you don't run through your coal super fast because it makes the generator switch off, and like automating your algae deoxygenators so they don't just run constantly and overpressurize everything. It's the simplest, but totally the best. So we're gonna put this one. We're gonna run it. No, we'll use a bridge over the door. That's fine. to... We're gonna throw the Atmos sensor up here. Bridge. Atmos sensor? Atmos sensor. There we go. And then this one... Smart batteries, per my, like, current rant, are possibly one of the best automation things that you can do. They're really quite easy to get in the research tree, and they're really simple to use. All you gotta do is you build your smart battery, you hook it up with automation wire to your generator, and then you set when you want your generator to kick on and off. So I have mine at 25%, it starts, the generator will kick on again, see? And then it's so good with coal generators because it doesn't just keep sucking coal and like constantly charging batteries that are fully charged. Also, they don't leak power like the other batteries do. And then the other thing I really like to do is put an Atmos sensor on my algae deoxidizers, because like there's no reason for oxygen to be at 1600 grams, and then you can kind of conserve some algae that way. It's super awesome. I like saw this thing that Brothgar did with like doors underneath your electrolyzer setup. It was really cool, and I tried those. I don't think it would work so well now that the mechanized doors need to actually be mechanized to work good. But it was really cool, and I've seen people do super cool stuff like the gas compressors, which no longer work. But the simplest answer to these is the best. Yeah, running out of algae is a thing. It's definitely a thing. You can even, like, once you get yourself some more, you can even, like, automate them then. Because I don't deconstruct mine even when I start my electrolyzer setup. Why are you out of water? So every now in case that runs into problems, because it does sometimes, they'll kick on, and I just keep them on the Atmos sensors. But there's no reason, like, you could keep your whole base at breathable, it just makes them a little bit more stressed out. But very breathable is like, I think it's 1,000 or 900 grams per tile or something like that. So there's totally no need to oxygenate yeah, right here. It's mixed with polluted water, like it's not germy polluted water, well, it's sort of germy. So it's gonna have to be filtered at some point, which is annoying, and this room's stuck underneath it, which is annoying. But yeah, it was like literally right here. I was kind of super excited. Okay, this can be water and enable auto bottling. The only thing about having this right close to the start though, right, is like this swamp biome that should be like 30 degrees is very quickly becoming 40 degrees. And I had to rush to get insulated abyssite tiles here so as it didn't heat up my base a lot. Do we have more abyssite to build abyssite pipes? Insulated abyssite pipes? We have a little bit. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, no, it is a cool steam geyser. Oh shit, what did I just build those out of? It is a cool one, cool steam vent, which still, because it's steam, still comes out at 110 degrees Celsius. The not cool ones come out at 500. have to cancel. Yeah. So the cool ones are still, I mean, technically hot because Steam is hot, but it is cooler than its potential. It's really not cool. For the longest time when they like changed all the geysers and updated them and stuff, I did not get a hot geyser of any kind. So I was like, I don't know what makes them cool. They all come out at like the same temperature. And then I finally got one that was hot. And was like, oh shit, 500 degrees. Okay, I see the difference now. We need more abyssalite, guys. Dig it out. We're actually gonna go on a little track. Down here. Down here. Down here. I have a love-hate relationship with digging out abyssalite constantly. As opposed to lazy. Yeah, it's totally the best insulation though, which is why I'm doing it right now, because I need to build. Oh, look, and yet another freaking biome got like the abyssalite got interrupted by a geyser. Yeah, well, and that's why I need so much right now, because I need these to be insulated abyssalite, not even just regular abyssalite. I mean, it's okay with me that they changed it, because it was, in my opinion, kind of silly to have something that none of us did because it wasn't worth doing in the game. But it is a little frustrating that now to get my like circulating bathrooms up and running, I need a shit ton of abyssalite. I don't love it, but that's fine. This is like everybody's really pissed about the mechanized doors. They changed it. You now, it leaks very, very slowly, but it does still transfer heat. And this particular system that I'm building with the bathroom, really kind of heats up the water and just will heat up this whole part of the base if I don't use insulated abyssalite. For the longest time, there was literally no difference between insulated abyssalite and abyssalite stuff, so you never built it, but then they changed it a couple of like patches ago. Yeah. So I mean, if you're gonna, and realistically, because I'm a chronic base restarter, I could probably get away with making these just abyssalite and running like 200 cycles or whatever and not really noticing the difference. But technically insulated abyssalite is better. That's what these tiles are made out of, is insulated abyssalite, because I have this steam vent right here. So yeah, a lot of people, it's still actually kind of a hot debate, the insulated abyssalite thing. I mean, but it makes sense, right? Like, it should technically be better. Yes, vacuum would still be the best insulation, because it's an amazing insulator. Weird. I have not been making very good use of vacuum locks since the change to mechanized airlocks. Hot debates. Solstice Shard, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. We're getting really close to my 40 follower goal, I think. Which is awesome. I love it. It's awesome. 1,500. Whoops. Wow. Okay, let's try that again. None of that pipe needs to be there. Like, since they made you mechanize, like, actually power mechanized airlocks, I have not been doing, like, the heat transfer vacuum lock thing that I probably should do. Just been lazy and sticking, like, a Wheezewort on the side that I want to keep cool. Okay. Does this have water in it yet? No, I need it to have some water in it. Woo-woo! The little shine nymphs are so adorable. Look at them. They're so adorable. We're gonna have to get some ranching underway too. Like, shit. I don't know how I feel about that. I like that they made ranching like a thing that you should do again. Or I guess kind of have to do again. I just don't want to deal with it. Water locks. Yeah, except this isn't really the pro version of the water lock because I always set this up and then like turn the auto bottling on and kind of forget that it's a thing, and I come back and it's too full like this. You can trap a shine nymph in a tile and they're interesting. Oh, look at him sleeping. He's just like laying down in midair. Oh, they're so adorable. They're permanently interesting. I have not got very far with ranching. Slime. I guess polluted dirt can go here too. I did ranching, and I kind of just did like hatches in the beginning. Yeah, this is just gonna be slime storage because we're gonna bust into this biome like right away here. We're not gonna do it this stream because it's getting kind of late because I have to get up kind of early tomorrow. But we're gonna just bust into this, and this is where we're gonna store slime because then it won't sublimate and create more polluted oxygen. But we don't have access to chlorine to make like chlorine storage. Whoops. Yeah, that can stop. That should be enough. And then we just go ahead and disable disinfect because we don't care if it's germy. It can stay germy. Over here, that can go. Oh look, my water lock kind of went away. Now if I mop this, will it actually be one of those other water locks? We're gonna have to move this soon. Okay, why does this have germs on it? I don't like it. So we're gonna find out because before, to do like what I'm doing here, I was using like the kind of cheapo but fairly effective airlock like this. I hadn't used a water lock in this a long time, but we're trying it this way this time, so we're gonna see if the slime lung gets in this water. I don't think it will, but we'll find out. Because the other thing that really should happen here, and I usually screw this up and don't do it, but maybe we'll actually, or I shouldn't say screwed up, I just don't take the time to do it. The other thing that should really happen here is that there should be a sink here, and they should have to wash their hands before coming back into the base. So that should prevent that. So we're gonna actually take the time to do it this time. And we can actually just... No, wrong one. We still want to deconstruct this one. Yeah, so I can't tell you how many times I have busted into the slime biome, without thinking to put a sink there. It wasn't until I was watching, I don't know, somebody play. It might actually have been like Brothgar or Cryptic Fox or something like that. And they put a sink there and I was like, holy shit. It's so obvious. Apparently it wasn't that obvious, but... because then they clean the germs off themselves. And then the only problem here is them bringing... like slime lungy stuff into the storage here, but if you keep it oxygenated enough, that's fine. Oh hey Woogie, what's up? Yeah, we're using a water lock today. Somebody suggested it. I already can't remember who, and now I feel bad, but somebody suggested it, so that's what we're trying today. Yeah, Brothgar. I love Brothgar. God love him, but I am not smart enough for some of the shit that he builds in this game. There's like spreadsheets and everything, and I just start to lose the ability to understand what the hell's going on. We're good. We're good. We're just playing some Ani. I started a new base, as you can see. I was gonna wait till tomorrow. But I couldn't wait. I love to restart bases. Plus, the one that I was playing yesterday was like really about to fall apart. Yeah, I'm trying to get this up and running, but because I use insulated abyssite pipes, it always takes a long time now. Yeah, so you can, sis, you can, oh, who's suffocating? You're fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Maybe we should put another algae thing here. You can carefully go into a slime biome. Technically, you can go into any biome but the oil biome and space without exosuits and be fine. It'll cause you some stress, but that's fine. You just have to either manage, like put a door here and manage who comes, manage who comes in and out of this door to keep them from getting sick, or you build a med bay and you let them get sick. It's not a death sentence to get it in your base if your base is reasonably well oxygenated, because if you look at slime lung, which is actually the last thing I pulled up, you can see it multiplies in polluted oxygen and it's killed by oxygen. So if you're like, see all this nice pretty blue, that's gonna like kill off that slime lung easy. The other thing you can do is if you look, like they haven't, you can kind of sort of see like they've stored some germy stuff in here and they've got some slime lung on the ladders because they're not washing their hands yet. You can just go along and do like a disinfect if you're really concerned. I only tend to take the time to do that once like everybody's sick. I'm actually starting to think that the way we should have actually done this, we'll see. And then, yeah, heat management is difficult, which I think is gonna get more difficult with the cosmic upgrade. They made it a little easier to manage, but yeah, cosmic upgrade is gonna be a thing. And then just have at least one med bed so that if somebody does get slime lung, they can receive care and then they won't die. As long as they receive care within the appropriate amount of time, they won't die. It's just they're out of commission for a while, so things can start to like take a long time and stuff. Is this all gonna be abyssalite? Yeah. But don't be afraid of the slime biome. Because like a good portion of this game is kind of about exploring your world. Abyssalite is the best insulating material. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if ceramic overtook it now that we can make ceramics. Yeah, well, if you guys would build this thing. Oh, you're doing the no air dance. Look at him, he's so stressed out. It's adorable. Move to down, down, all the way down here. There should be air down there, yeah. But abyssalite will still technically over time leak heat, whereas insulated abyssalite will not. And this little circulating bathroom system that we're doing here can actually heat up the area quite toasty. So to help that, we're just gonna use insulated abyssalite. Which is fine and dandy, except it makes this fucking take forever to set up now. But then we stop having to use like time and stuff to do this. Although we do need to add some more to this system, because the other thing that has to happen, and the last time I did this, I tried venting out like